offense. You see the improvement. Opening round against Japan, 0 for 4 RISP, and then 11 for 25 since then in their last 2 games. Can they carry that over into today's elimination game against Puerto Rico? And in the circle for Puerto Rico, we've been seeing one arm, and it's Anaya Nieves, who has been really good for them.
Yeah, Nieves is a really good pitcher with a great changeup. So look for her to be able to move the ball around if she has the opportunity to. But we have seen her pepper the strike zone. She's explosive at the top. She can go down, a really good flip changeup. So she is a quality pitcher for this Puerto Rico team, but they've made a lot of different changes for today's game.
Yeah, in fact, defensively, only 3 positions remain the same, and Anaya Nieves is going to be in right field today. She's the only pitcher that we have seen for Team Puerto Rico, so this was so surprising to us when we just got the lineups in. And Kailymar Vasquez Rosa is the one that will get the start in the circle. We have not seen her here this week in the World Series, and Chris, this was news to everyone.
Yeah, I spoke with her manager, Jose Ruiz, who said all of this was a coach's decision made on field. I asked about Nieves. He said she's not tired, she's ready to go, but he likes how Vasquez Rosa throws strikes. This will also come to a surprise to the New Jersey team, because I spoke to their coaching staff. They were out here yesterday scouting Nieves. Their entire pregame talk was about how to attack her at the plate, so we'll just have to see how they adapt.
Yeah, they haven't seen her this week, so no footage from the World Series on her to get these hitters ready. They're just going to have to play it by ear. It's going to be really interesting. Everything is on the line in this game, too. You win this game and you're on to the semifinals. You lose, and your softball season is over.
Take a chance. Ain't got forever. We only got today. If you got a night to feel alive, then baby stay.
Puerto Rico and New Jersey. This Puerto Rico team from Guayama, Puerto Rico, Guayama Softball Little League. They're the only international team remaining after 4 international teams made the World Series this year. Time to meet the team.
Mi nombre es Chazaylia Aranda Ventura López y mi cantante favorito es Jay Wheeler. Hola, mi nombre es Katianis Chaparro Mercado. Mi favorita jugadora es Nigeria Kennedy. Mi nombre es Adriana Imalverde Distroche y mi favorita atleta es Jasmine Camacho Quinn. Mi nombre es Anaya Nieves y mi clase favorita es español. Mi nombre es Lala Victoria Rivera Madera y mi jugador favorito de béisbol es Shohei Ohtani. Mi nombre es Alia Nieves y mi equipo favorito es Oklahoma Thunder. Mi nombre es Camille Rosado y mi atleta favorito es Francisco Lindor. Mi nombre es John Marie Ruiz y mi aplicación favorita es TikTok. Mi nombre es Neliani Sánchez y mi animal favorito es el caballo. Hola, mi nombre es Diana López Reyes y mi cantante favorito es Romeo Santos. Mi nombre es Adani Ortiz y mi celebridad favorita es Bad Bunny. Mi nombre es Migdalia Mejía y mi cantante favorito es Omar Courtz. Hola, mi nombre es Kilimar Vázquez y mi grupo favorito de pelota son los Dodgers.
That is Team Puerto Rico, and their lineup looks like 1 through 13. Every player gets a chance to bat in Little League, so your lineup card a little bit different. And Neliani Sanchez is the leadoff here for Team Puerto Rico. And in the circle, while it was a surprise for Puerto Rico, who they are throwing, not a surprise for New Jersey. Jaylen Brown has thrown every inning except 1 since the regionals for New Jersey.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown is able to control the strike zone. She also has a very good changeup. She used it a lot in regionals to get her team here to the Little League World Series. And how about the complete game shutout on Wednesday against Japan? She was outstanding with those 10 strikeouts within the Little League World Series.
All right, here we go again. What?
First pitch. And Puerto Rico's got a hit from Sanchez. That's how you start an elimination game.
Oh, yeah. You set the tone as a leadoff hitter, and she's setting the tone of we're going to be looking early in the count against a good pitcher like Jaylen Brown, getting herself a mistake out over the heart of the plate, hitting it hard right back up the middle of the field. Sanchez, early energy for Puerto Rico.
First pitch swinging once again, and it bounces off the glove of Viviana Gay at second. 2 pitches, 2 on.
Number 6, Anaya Nieves.
So a single and an error allowed 2 to reach for Anaya Nieves, who has been the workhorse in the circle. And they're going to make a change at second base. As running onto the field is Gia Gatto to take over for Aviana Gay.
Neil Gay is the manager of this New Jersey team.
So pulling one of his 2 daughters on the team from second to put in Gia Gatto. And Annalise Curley and Frankie Velarde over on the left side of the infield. I think they're trying to fix something on Frankie's mask. Just go to Annalise Curley for all your needs. She fixed it.
There's a changeup early, knowing that these hitters are looking for a first pitch fastball. So 2 first pitch swings and contact leads to that first pitch change.
And Jaylen Brown ahead 0-2 on Anaya Nieves, who has been in the circle for every game except this one, where she's playing right field. Just 2 games this week for the Puerto Rico team. They won their first game on Monday against Japan and then didn't play until yesterday. Just how the bracket worked. They got the bye on Sunday. They beat Japan and then lost to Kentucky yesterday. Change up, strikeout.
Brown goes right back to that changeup. First pitch, she throws it, and then she ends the at-bat, striking her out, throwing another changeup. This pitch has been outstanding for her all summer long.
Migdali Mejia, the third baseman, up. The first two runners got on after just 2 pitches in this game.
Look how quickly that Brown has adjusted.
Yes.
It's a wake-up call, I think, for those first 2 hitters to go up and hit the first pitch and hit the ball hard, put the ball in play, and now she's like, okay, more change-ups, more corners on it, mid-inning.
That's what good pitchers do. They make those adjustments immediately.
I mean, this changeup, Michelle, it's as if, you know, she drops it in there with her fingertips. Like, she, look at her fingertips, like dropping it on the outside corner. And her catcher's face is priceless. Just watching that float in as Gay back behind the plate has been a great battery mate of hers.
Great battery mate.
Guys, that last pitch was just the first ball that she has thrown in this inning, and this is the 5th hitter that she's faced. Just willing it to the spot.
Like, just literally putting exactly where she wants to with her fingertips, like putting on a tee on the outside corner. Finesse early on.
1-1 to Lara Rivera. This game got started just over an hour behind schedule. We had earlier today an hour plus lightning delay in our first game, so these athletes having to wait a little bit longer to play. And obviously you can see Puerto Rico came out ready as 2 swings, 2 runners on immediately. It's a full count from Jaylen Brown to Lara Rivera.
No.
And that is ball 4 to load the bases for Camille Rosado.
Number 9, Camille Rosado.
Looking for her first hit. Her favorite athlete, Javier Baez. Changeup.
Jaylen Brown works at such a fast pace, and so it almost, I think, speeds up the hitter a little bit in the box because she works so quick, and then she drops in that slow change. Makes it feel even slower, I think, with the pace that she works at. Just misses the outside corner. They're right at the knee, just off the plate.
Yeah, you got to be ready to go. When she's on that pitching plate, she's coming at you.
Ball.
There's a 15-second pitch clock in the AUSL. Don't think she needs it.
No, I think 10 would be adequate.
Yeah. 3 strikeouts after giving up a single and an error to let 2 on.
Oh, Brown showing what she can do. The type of talent that she has in the circle. After a couple get on base, she retires every out via the strikeout. Jaylen Brown getting it done with that changeup.
League Softball World Series is presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. Well, New Jersey facing Puerto Rico in this elimination game, winner to the semifinals. And for the New Jersey team, it's Toms River Little League, the very first appearance for this Toms River Little League softball program. Let's meet the team.
My name is Jay Ghetto. My favorite singer is Justin Bieber.
Hi, my name is Shaylin Seaman, and my favorite athlete is Aaron Judge.
Hi, my name is Juliana Floric-Doslick, and my favorite sport to watch is volleyball.
My name is Sophia Tolentino, and my favorite baseball player is Ben Rice.
My name is Carly Leonard, and my favorite singer is Taylor Swift. Hi, I'm Misha Kopin, and my favorite celebrity is Paige Beckers.
My name's Frankie Velarde, and my favorite actor is Adam Sandler.
My name's Briella Bogner, and my favorite TV show is Grey's Anatomy.
Hi, my name's Annalise Curley, and my favorite sports team is New York Mets.
My name's Jalen Brown, and my favorite subject is social studies.
My name's Aviana Gay, and my favorite video game is Baseball 9. Hi, my name's Liana Gay, and my favorite athlete is Francisco Lindor.
That is Team New Jersey, and their batting order reads 1 through 12, with Annalise Curley, the third baseman, leading off, hitting .333. And this has been the surprise in the circle today. Anaya Nieves has thrown every inning, but today we will see Kailymar Vasquez Rosa get the start for Puerto Rico.
Yeah, Vasquez Rosa throws in the low to mid 50s. Gonna throw a fastball and changeup, but more fastball where she'll try to spot all over the strike zone. And like Chris said, her head coach likes her because she throws a lot of strikes. He told us that, what, a week ago, whenever we talked to him before the World Series, and that is why she is getting the start today, is going to be talking to the umpire about something.
Can't be.
Oh, got to take the bracelets off of her throwing arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah,
they all got to come
they
off.
all got to come off.
Oh,
man.
bummer.
Oh, and there's another one. There's a clear one.
Yeah, there's one more. Have anything on that pitching hand?
This one looked like it was planning on being there for a while.
That looks a little tight. Oh, she's going to have to.
I have to get some scissors.
Trainer.
Well, for Puerto Rico, guys, this is the third appearance in the last 5 years for Guayama Little League. We saw them most recently in 2023, and they were able to win that Latin America regional. They went 5-0, outscoring their opponents 39-2, and then came down to facing Brazil, and they won 3-0 in the championship game back on July 10th. A 17th appearance for Puerto Rico, most by a Latin America representative here. Vasquez Rosa ready to face Annalise Curley.
Really mixing up the defense like we had talked about before. Pretty much everybody is in a different spot with the exception of third base and shortstop, which you don't see too often at the World Series. Like New Jersey has pretty much started the same defense every game through the regional, right, Michelle? You were there?
Correct.
Curley lifting it high in the air. Nieves readjusting to make the out.
Well, it's something that they worked on before the World Series and before the Latin America tournament was defense. They tried to take their defense to a new level, and it paid off in the Latin America tournament. As well as here, a little bit of confusion about what was happening at first base, but Curley is out.
So maybe they were thinking there was an interference call, but then she caught it for the out. So either way, out number 1. Frankie Velarde, the shortstop, is up now.
Man, need to keep foot in, please. Keep foot in.
Hops it to Mejia. 2 down.
You can tell with the way just they move to the ball. This team plays very good defense. Smooth over there by Mejia. Confident in their glove work.
Well, we've seen it. The teams that play good defense here are typically the ones that advance. Got to be able to field your position, make those good throws.
Now Neil Gay is going to call time. The manager for New Jersey. And they're going to challenge this play. Rosemary Ruiz, I think her foot got pulled off.
Yeah, she even looks back because she can tell it's not on.
Yeah, so the original call was out, but as you can see from that camera angle, her foot was off the base.
Off.
Two challenges per game. If you're correct in your challenge, you do get to keep it. Ball in the field out at first base, but we can see from our replays that.
Well, is she on right there, though, and then comes off?
Is the foot on before?
Kind of looks like she is for a quick second. And this is where it's so important that the call on the field was out, because there has to be some clear and obvious evidence that she was off the bag when she has possession of the ball. And the ball doesn't move in her glove either. It's kind of caught weird. Oh, maybe a little bit right there, actually. It's a tricky one.
I've had a couple of tough ones today.
And you just never know what the answer is going to be here. It's always a little surprise.
You can tell it's taking them some time to look at this play. The call on the field was out. And they will stick with the original call that Velarde was out at first. And a 2 down for Jaylen Brown.
Now batting for Mid-Atlantic, the pitcher, 15, Jaylen Brown.
New Jersey will have 1 challenge remaining for this game. Pop-up. Mejia running over, can't hang on to it.
Good effort. Went a long way. It looked like she was going to reel that in. Last second, it pops out.
So it's a 1-1 to the pitcher, Jaylen Brown.
Ball.
There's a first glimpse at the changeup from Rosa. Another backhand flip changeup, just like her counterpart, Anaya Nieves, who has thrown so much for this team.
Jaylen's got a couple of hits this week at the World Series and an RBI.
Vasquez, Rosa, and Nieves are two very different pitchers. So it would be interesting if they do make a change at some point in this game. There'll be adjustment that New Jersey will have to make.
And coming over is Ruiz from first. It's a 1-2-3 inning for this Puerto Rico defense.
Greenville, North Carolina. We have seen so much of the athleticism from third baseman Annalise Curley for New Jersey. Talking to her parents, she plays a little bit of everything. She's going to start volleyball in the fall. She's a mean flag football player as well. But that athleticism also comes from discipline. Neil Gade told me on the way here today, the whole team stopped at Bojangles to have some fried chicken as a pregame meal. She did not. She had a biscuit and a banana. My favorite part of this was when Coach Gay goes, "Have you had Bojangles? It's good." Yeah, welcome to the South, Coach.
What a pregame meal, first of all. But you can tell for Annalise Curley, I mean, she's just different, and she has kind of anchored this defense at third base for Team New Jersey. Ventura out to the gap. And Puerto Rico keeps being aggressive. They are swinging at those first pitches.
Good hitting team, barreling up the ball.
The first two batters of this game reached for Puerto Rico on 2 pitches. A single and an error, and now the leadoff is on for the second inning. Here's Gianna Lopez. Hit back to Jaylen Brown, who turns and throws to second. No opportunity for the double play there, but they do get the lead runner.
And it is possible. Florida has proven to us today that double plays are possible. They turned 2 earlier in their win against Washington. The first 2 double plays that we've seen in this World Series.
Adiana Bernardi, the catcher.
The energy that Puerto Rico is coming out with offensively, though, swinging it, putting the ball in play. And they did strike out 3 times. However, in the first inning.
Yes.
However, I like their approach of how they're aggressive.
And Lopez going to second.
I think they know what they're hunting too. Yes. They're trying to almost sit on something hard. Stay away from the changeup. Because Brown does throw it a lot.
Frank, shit, you see hands, get out.
How does it affect you as a pitcher when you see a team coming out and taking that first pitch and swinging at it?
Yeah, well, it feels like, whoa, what's happening here? It can kind of put you on your heels a little bit, but then you notice and spot pitches further off of the plate earlier on in the count, and also mix in changeup like that. Oh, I don't know where that one missed. That was a nice pitch right there.
Very nice pitch on the outer half.
Slow hopper back to Jaylen Brown. 2 down, runner at third.
This changeup is definitely catching them by surprise. You can tell that they're looking for something more firm. They have scouted her, wanting to stay right now away from that changeup and look for something else.
Alanis Ortiz-Santiago. Will swing through the first pitch that she sees. Crashing in is Carly Leonard in left. And New Jersey's defense holding strong behind Jaylen Brown. Series presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. And Greenville, North Carolina is the place, and we already know 3 teams that are in the semifinals. Kentucky just 2 runs allowed through 3 games, fewest by a Central team since 2022. Curley's been rocking it in the circle for Team Kentucky, and the winner of this game is going to face them tomorrow in the semifinals. North Carolina, all they had to do was win their state tournament to make it to the World Series as the host, and man, they brought their offense, outscoring teams 23-7. And this Florida team, earlier tonight we saw them with a shutout win, their second shutout of Washington this week at the World Series. Those are the 3 teams that we know are into the semifinals. One of these teams will join them there.
Florida's defense, man, 3 shutout wins. That defense and pitching have stepped up. Can win in a lot of different ways.
And they've used 2 pitchers. They turned 2 double plays today. The only double plays we've seen this week at the World Series. And Briella Bogner is going to lead off this inning for Team New Jersey. Hard hit ball, bouncing out to the grass, and Bogner is on, first base runner of the game for New Jersey.
Well, Bogner has a good bat, and she's going to take a pitch that leaks back over the zone and just pound it right back up the middle. You can see that she is on time, barrels that up. It's exactly what New Jersey needed. First hit of the game and getting the first batter on here in the second.
And that hit Carly Leonard.
Go ahead.
Yes, so hit by a pitch. She will take her base.
Sneaks into that back arm as she's pulling her bunt back.
There's a core group of these girls that have played together since 10U. They played 10U All-Stars together. 10 of the 12 have played travel ball with and against each other. I think they're just confirming. There was some confusion with the first base umpire, but the home plate umpire called it a hit by a pitch, and you could see she was hit on the arm.
Looks like to me he potentially wants to try to challenge this because of maybe thinking that she offered with the bunt and got hit by the pitch, and he wants it to be a strike instead of a hit by pitch.
And you can review a hit batter in Little League.
Yeah.
But it looked like, you know, to me, she did pull back her barrel.
She did, yeah. It looked like she was moving backward.
Now batting for Mid-Atlantic, number 5, Juliana Doslick.
And that Neil Gay, the manager for New Jersey, was picking up the phone. I'm not sure why, but we're going to play on. A single and a hit by a pitch has put 2 on as Juliana Doslick shows bunt. If you're just tuning into this game, we were surprised that Anaya Nieves did not get the ball in the circle for Team Puerto Rico. We haven't seen Kaylimar Vasquez Rosa at all at this World Series. And that means neither has New Jersey.
Ball.
And like Michelle was saying, they're very different pitchers. Nieves throws with really good velocity, touching at 62, 63 miles an hour, and Rosa sitting at 52.
Ball.
51, so just a different preparation, different timing, a different offensive strategy to quickly make a turn to go up against Rosa instead of Nieves.
Nieves, who is right there, she's out in right field tonight. And 2 balls and a strike to Doslick. Juliana leading New Jersey this week in RBI with 4 of them.
Couple extra base hits. She has some power.
And pop up. It's going to stay on the infield, and Mejia calls it 1 away.
I'm interested to see if Coach Ruiz ends up bringing in Nieves second time through the order because of how big of a change that would be second time through. Or maybe not. Maybe the goal is stick with Rosa the whole game. We shall see.
Yes.
And so far this is the 7th hitter in a lineup that bats 12, as in Little League, your whole roster is on the lineup card. Eviana Gay stepping up now. Her and her twin, Liana Gay, are on the team. Their dad, Neil, is the manager. Hopper toward Ventura. It's short. It was hard to corral it, and it's going to load up the bases. That's a hit for Eviana Gay.
Number 8, Sophia Tolentino.
To the bag holding it, tagging no matter what. Hey, Roger's got to get through. You gotta go on the ground.
Sophia Tolentino, we were talking about her pregame. She is a hot hitter for New Jersey, and she hits in the 8th spot, hitting .833 with a team leading 5 hits. She's got the 2nd highest average this week at the World Series among all teams.
I like how she starts into her legs, Michelle. She just looks like she's a hitter, ready to go with runners in scoring position, ready to drive the ball. It's a unique approach with the eye black. It's red, white, and blue to start it above the eyes. I've never seen that look before. It's hard to see with her helmet.
Yes.
Change up. Oh. And she wants that one back, you can tell. Vasquez Rosa with the change of speed for the strikeout, her first.
Sometimes when this changeup, it's a flip change. Look how high it is. And it's almost like she could see it and she didn't want to swing, but she swung, and you could see the reaction on her face. She's like, oh, what did I do? And I'll tell you what, I've done that before.
Oh, yeah.
I have. Like, why did I swing at that? It's like your body just does it.
Liana Gay, the twin sister of Aviana Gay, who's at first base right now. They call her Lee the G.
Oh, there it is again. She's trying to work that in a little bit more now. A spotter fastball on both sides of the plate. Good command. Throws a lot of strikes and then mix in that flip change like we saw Nieves throw too. That is a popular changeup in Puerto Rico.
Good stop by Adiana Bernardi behind the dish to keep all runners where they are.
It's a great job. Great block.
Two-one to Liana Gay.
Ball.
Checking the runner at third.
Oof.
I just think that Puerto Rico is playing aggressive in all aspects of the game. You know, making that throw, and sometimes you might say, oh, we shouldn't be making the extra throw. But I like the mentality that they're coming out with. Offensively, swinging early in the count.
Liana Gay, what a hit! It's going to score 1 run. Stop sign thrown up at third, and Carly Leonard slid, had to crawl back to the base. But Liana Gay with a solid piece of hitting.
Liana Gay is able to go down with her barrel and get this pitch. Just a hard line drive with runners in scoring position, and Gay gets her third RBI of the World Series. That was almost a force out at second base, by the way. Good heads-up play by Sanchez to try to get that force out at 2.
And that was her sister, her twin sister, who had to come in hard to second. Otherwise, she would have been thrown out.
Here's Giagato. First pitch pops up center, crashing in. A miscommunication with the shortstop. And then it gets away, the throw at third, a run comes home. 2 more runs score for New Jersey off of a first pitch swing from Giagato.
This is a great job by Giagato going upstairs and getting this. It's kind of in no man's land, and a little bit of miscommunication between Ventura, the shortstop, going back, and Sanchez, the center fielder, coming in. And New Jersey, with 2 outs, is running on the play. Plates a couple more runs for a 3-zip lead.
The center fielder, number 10, Misha Kopin.
There's Misha Kopin in the 11 spot, still with 2 in scoring position here as New Jersey has scored all 3 of their runs here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. It's going to be an E6 on that last play. This one hops away from Bernardi. Runners hold. Misha's coming off a 2-for-3 game with an RBI in their last meeting with Japan. Towards the gap. Gianna Lopez with the grab, but not before New Jersey grabs the lead in this elimination game. You win today, you're in the semifinals. smarter, connect live, and replay the action on Game Changer, the #1 youth sports app. Live the game like never before. Perfect time for a little snow cone and a perfect time for a pitching breakdown. Luckily, we have two awesome pitchers in the booth. Jaylen Brown, take us through this change.
Well, I love the way that she sells it. So important to be able to throw this pitch and make it look like your fastball.
Well, the changeup, she grips differently, and you notice something with her wrist, how she, on the right with her wrist, she doesn't really have any movement, which is important for the changeup, just to be able to take some speed off of it, and how she finishes with her index finger curled, because Michelle, she actually has a knuckle down on the ball with her grip, which is very difficult to do with the size of a softball, to put any knuckles down, but she does it with her changeup.
Yeah, keeps the ball deep in your palm of your hand, which helps take speed off, and she also locks that wrist, so that also is a sign that is going to take some speed off the changeup. She does a great job.
She got her first 2 strikeouts in this game via the change. This one hops back into her glove to retire Chaparro Mercado. Something for everyone. Cute pup, some cute kids, great softball.
What's the puppy?
Get a little treat. You know what they need at the World Series? We need
more dogs?
Yeah, we need
More
a bark
dogs.
in the park night.
That's right.
Bring out your dog. Vasquez Rosa rolls it to Velarde at short. Follow the amazing kids as they experience their own Little League World Series adventure. Download the Little League World Series app and watch highlights, photos, schedules, and more. Available in the app stores for Apple and Android devices.
Well, we noticed that with Nieves and with Rosa, the Puerto Rico pitchers, their changeups are completely different, Courtney. And Brown has found something that works for her and has found a couple of outs in this inning.
Look at her fielder position. A couple of times in this inning. It's just a 5-pitch inning for Jaylen Brown.
Welcome back to the Little League Softball World Series. This sport is all about community, and not just the community of the ones on the team, but the ones that you meet here in Greenville, North Carolina. Those ladies in the orange, that's Pam and Carolyn. Next to her in the navy, that is Terry. They've become friends because of coming to the Little League Softball World Series over the couple years. Terry's actually a scorekeeper for her local team in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Pam and Carolyn came over from Jacksonville. They started coming out a couple years ago. They met each other. They've now kept in touch. They know everybody out there on that viewing deck. Everyone has become friends throughout the years, all from just coming to the Little League Softball World Series together.
Chris, that is so cool. What a find.
So amazing.
This event finding a home here in Greenville, North Carolina at Stallings Stadium in 2021. And man, it's becoming tradition for people to come out and see these young athletes compete.
Everywhere you walk here in Greenville, there's signs about the Little League World Series. The businesses, the hotels, just within the community, this is a big event.
Remember the men who came that returned here a couple of days ago who played the first ever game on this field in 1951, and they returned back in 2026 to check it out together and reunite.
Well, they're getting to see some shows today. 2 elimination games, bottom of the order here for New Jersey. Shaylin Seaman is at the bottom of this order. Got her first hit of the week in their last game on Wednesday against Japan. Kelimar Vasquez Rosa still working in the circle, foul ball. And you wonder too, with this being the bottom of the order, they go back up to the top. Does Puerto Rico make a pitching change? We saw Florida do that coming out of the lightning delay, and it really paid off for them. As their ace pitcher did not get the start today.
Ball.
Rosa. Stretching for it is Josemarie Ruiz. What a play at first.
Look at the way she's going to get off and go get that ball and then keep going, but keep the foot on the bag. Couple of nice stretches there.
The flexibility, whoa.
Her dad, Jose, is the manager for this Puerto Rico team. And now it's Annalise Curley, the top of the order. She's got 3 hits on the week, looking for her first tonight.
Good job.
Her dream job is to be a college softball coach.
It's a good choice, especially if you love being on the field.
And superstition-wise, it's that braid in her hair. Got a bubble braid today. Got to do it before the game.
Says a lot that you probably really like your coaches if you, at this age, if you want to be a softball coach. You know, some people, it takes a long time, I'm speaking for myself, to want to become a softball coach. Not something that I was ever on my radar until I got done playing in college. And thought, man, I kind of want to stick around and do this a little bit more. But to want to be that at this age.
She'll take the free pass. All 3 of New Jersey's runs came in the last inning. And now Frankie Velarde will try to bump Annalise around. Her favorite celebrity, Adam Sandler.
It's amazing how many decades Adam Sandler has lasted through to still be somebody's favorite celebrity.
Well, and then got to marry Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
Yeah, what a man! Who would have saw that coming?
Yeah, what a weird thing. Random, right? I mean, he's friends with them, but
at MSG.
Yeah, all of that, all of that, Michelle. Curley safe at second.
I think Happy Gilmore, some of those movies.
Waterboy?
Yes.
Yes.
Just giggles for days.
Velarde pop up. Mejia. 2 down.
Good job inducing a non-productive out.
Well, Jaylen Brown will try to get this runner home. First pitch swinging, drops it in. Curley looking for home plate. Make it 4-0 New Jersey.
Great job by Brown hitting this down the line, but I'll tell you what, Curley read this perfectly, because if she hesitates at all, you can see immediately she knows this ball's going to drop, and that's the reason she scores from second. I mean, that is outstanding base running. Look at it immediately. She doesn't turn her hip. She just keeps going. She realizes that ball's going to drop onto the green, scores the 4th run of the game for New Jersey.
Well, Frankie Velarde into courtesy run for the pitcher, Jaylen Brown at first base after that RBI single, and Briella Bogner had a single in the 2nd inning to lead off that inning. Now gets to see Vasquez Rosa again. I mean, her nickname is Bree Bomb.
She's hit some. We've seen them.
I know another Bree Bomb candidate, which would be Bree Ellis. A nickname maybe caught fire before Arkansas, but I feel like it, you know, maybe that was a family thing before that, but at Arkansas, especially as the National Player of the Year where she had all those bombs.
No.
Throw is off the mark, trying to get the runner going to second. It's Velarde slides in safely.
Stolen bases, again, playing a big part in this World Series, and even getting Curley to second base from a stolen base to be able to score on that 2-out single by Jaylen Brown.
You've got to be aggressive, get those runners up in a scoring position.
Rosemary Ruiz, 1-6, she's got it. How about her play at first base for Team Puerto Rico? New Jersey's going to add one more run, and they lead this elimination game by 4. Teams know what they're doing tomorrow. Playing in the semifinals. One of these teams is going to join them. Puerto Rico and New Jersey, the winner of this game, will take on Kentucky tomorrow. We will start our semifinals at 3 Eastern on ESPN. The second one will be approximately 6 Eastern, also on ESPN. And remember, we get to crown a champion Sunday at 3 on ABC. It has been such an exciting week of softball here at the World Series. And now the team's field getting cut down even more. 12 teams started that hope and the journey of making it here on Sunday, of making it to our championship on Sunday. And these two teams battling for that last spot. Puerto Rico's got some work to do. If you're just tuning into this game, it was a surprise that they did not put their ace in the circle tonight in Nieves. And New Jersey has been able to capitalize on that, even though they hadn't seen this pitcher at all. 3 runs in the second, 1 run in the third for Team New Jersey. Plus, Jaylen Brown and her defense have been solid.
Brown's worked out of a couple little jams. Had some defensive help.
Top of the order for the second time, Nayeliani Sanchez. By the way, if you're looking for Banana Ball, it's going to start over on ESPNU. We'll get you there when we're done here.
Sanchez's hobby, or one of them, is to collect baseball cards. Did you guys ever collect baseball cards? Or Pokemon cards?
I did.
In Tort's case?
Of course. I did collect some Pokemon cards. No baseball cards.
No? No for you, Michelle?
No, Michelle did not collect Pokemon cards.
No, not
baseball cards.
Baseball.
Maybe a couple, but then they disappeared. So, what about you?
I did collect them. I used to have the binder and everything, open them with my dad.
Sanchez looking for second. Got her!
Wow.
Leona Gay behind the plate, making the throw.
This throw is a hose to second base. It is in a tough pitch to handle. That was down in the zone, and she still was able to make the transfer and the throw perfectly.
Wow. Flora Doslick makes the grab in foul territory, and just like that, it's 2 down.
And look at Frank the Tank. Look at the tag by the shortstop. Her glove is in that perfect position. The throw on time. She gets the glove down so the foot slides into the glove. That is great defense right there for New Jersey.
Frank the Tank. Love it. We've had 2 Frank the Tanks this week. Anaya Nieves struck out on the changeup last time that she saw Jaylen Brown.
So I want to know the rest of the story, Amanda.
Yeah, does Sally have a binder?
Very
Sally
important.
Scarborough?
I'm sure they still are somewhere in storage, but I remember going to practice. I'd get them for Christmas and birthdays and open them on the way to practice and be like, what about this player, Dad? Do you know this guy? Do you know this guy? Like, go one by one through them all. Of course, looking for every Astro that I could find as a Houston Astros fan and looking for all the big names. But there's just an element of surprise of opening it and not knowing what you're going to get if you're going to get any good ones.
Don't you get a piece of gum, too?
And some of them. Yeah, but not all of them.
Not all of them.
Yes.
Strikeout for Jaylen Brown, her 4th tonight. Just going to let that one go. More baseball card talk on the other side.
Well, Brown is looking to get herself a baseball card or a softball card. Look at this pitch on the lower part of the zone. Picks up another strikeout in a nice inning.
thanks its official sponsors, including Athletes Unlimited Softball and Banana Boat, whose support helps create meaningful experiences for communities, volunteers, and young athletes all season. Little League also thanks its dedicated volunteers who make a lasting impact on millions of children worldwide. Ah, the pen trading here at the World Series. I've heard it can get pretty intense.
Very intense.
Carly Leonard like the first pitch, and Nieves gets it in shallow right, 1 away. Well, for this New Jersey Little League team, they're from Toms River, New Jersey. And Toms River Little League Baseball actually won the 1998 Little League Baseball World Series. And a future home run derby champion, Todd Frazier, and an MLB All-Star, he was the winning pitcher on that Toms River Little League Baseball team. And now their softball team is making its first appearance in the World Series here.
There are a lot of teams this World Series making their debut, but what a classic story. I love that. The winning pitcher ended up going on to win the home run derby.
And MLB.
Yeah.
Ball.
And now he's one of our co-workers at ESPN. And maybe someday we'll see one of these players up here in the booth.
See him in the AUSL.
Yeah. I can't get over how cool an event that was on Wednesday when they played the pro game here, and all 12 of these teams got to be in the stands and see the pro players in person, see a professional game in person. Vasquez Rosa calls it 2 down.
Well, that's a good point, because with 6 teams, professional teams in the AUSL, if you're not in those communities, you probably don't have a chance to see them at all. So obviously a crowd of young softball players that want to go watch a professional game, great opportunity to be able to do that.
Ball.
Aviana Gay here. You just saw Team Kentucky sitting in the stands, maybe getting a little scout on, because they'll get the winner of this one. You see Michaela Knight, the pitcher, over there on the right, aka Curly. Aviana Gay through the shortstop's legs. She's got 2 hits tonight. She had a hit in all 5 of their regional games. Led them in average in the regional, hitting .556. Sophia Tolentino came into the game hitting over 800 this week. Foul ball.
Trying to poke that down the line. Playing a little small ball.
Amanda, she has a dream job that you might find interesting. She wants to be an exotic animal veterinarian alongside her best friend, Shaylin Seaman, who lives on a farm, I believe.
I love that.
Ball.
I like all animals, but lately the exotic ones have been popping up on my Instagram feed with the giraffes and zebras and lions, so it's
baby goats.
I'm into that.
We have spent a lot of time in these rain delays with Amanda showing us this anteater with a baby anteater on its back.
It's true.
And I'm absolutely here for it. That's out number 3 made by Ventura at short. After 4 innings, New Jersey leading this elimination game, looking for the semifinals. Little League, big dreams. Maybe we'll see some of these little leaguers on the big stage, like a Reese Atwood who played for Oil Belt Little League, then went on to win some titles at Texas, and now playing in the AUSL with the Carolina Blaze. And I feel like I've seen Reese Atwood's name on a lot of these questionnaires that these athletes would love to meet her someday.
She was the AUSL Rookie of the Year in her rookie season with the Carolina Blaze. But you guys, can we talk about the Bluebonnets in the Little League photo for Oil Belt Little League? Yeah. Bluebonnet is the state flower of Texas, so I guess they just thought it was best to get it in the Bluebonnet field for the individual photos there instead of on a softball field.
I love that you know the state flower of Texas.
It's where I'm from, of course I know. Texas pride.
This is definitely not AI. This is pre-AI. So this is real.
This is so cute.
That's really cute.
Look at that little guy. Chipmunk there on the left. Oh, that was actually dugout we're being told.
Yeah.
Well, his body wasn't there, so it looked like a chipmunk in the face. But dugout actually has been here.
Yes, he was at the AUSL game too.
Yes.
But yes, Reese Atwood was on a lot of the questionnaires along with Carlin Pickens, his favorite players, and both of them on the same team with the Carolina Blaze.
Yeah. Well, Jaylen Brown, though, put somebody different that she would like to meet. Sam Landry. She looks up to her because, quote, she's a really good pitcher.
That's true.
Another very popular one.
Mejia caught by Misha Kope.
You never know when the ball is going to come to you. I mean, you might go an entire game and not get a ball, but look at the drop step by Copen out in center field to drop towards her right side and track this down. So great first step, tracking it down, glove right at the last minute after she pumps her arms. That first step, though, was a great read off the bat.
Laura Rivera walked her first time up. Oh man, her favorite meme, 6'7". I thought that had died out.
Still around.
Wow. Giugiaro leaping up.
About Giugiaro, talking about drop stepping, going back, timing everything perfectly. Love that smile. Now remember, she didn't start at second base. She came in the middle of the first inning, and she times that perfectly. She's going to go up and get that glove up. Outstanding job.
Michelle, she is just 4'8".
Yes.
Too. So extending her full body to be able to reach at just the right time. Defensive replacement early in the first inning.
She is definitely fun-sized.
So cute.
Like the tiny little candy bars. Kemieli Rosado now with 2 down.
And the other thing that's interesting about Giugiaro is that she's actually listed as an outfielder. So the fact she can also play a middle infield position is pretty impressive.
Strike 2 from Jaylen Brown to Rosado.
Did you have any knuckles on any of your grips in your pitches like Jaylen Brown with her changeup?
I threw all my pitches with a tuck knuckle, my rise ball, curve ball, screwball, and of course I needed to throw my changeup like that so it couldn't get pipped.
Through the 5-6 hole, it goes Rosado.
What about you, Amanda?
No knuckles for these tiny hands. Our hand sizes are very different, so I can understand how you could do that. And Jaylen Brown, props to her for being 12 and be able to tuck a knuckle. My hands are too small for that. I feel like it was going to fall out.
How'd you throw a changeup?
Just buried it a little bit deeper into my palm. Still all fingers on the ball.
Yes. It's interesting. I used to have this conversation with Elisa Fernandez all the time, too. My hand was bigger than her. My pinky never touched the ball.
Curley showing it off at third.
More to come.
Yeah, we got to talk about this. All right, welcome back to the Little League Softball World Series presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. We were just talking a little pitching. More on that in a moment. Little League is the most trusted youth sports organization in the world, keeping baseball and softball accessible for all kids. But it's really power comes from you. Help us rally for the Little League by texting RALLY to 345-345 today. Standard messaging rates apply. Okay, we're talking about throwing a change, right?
Throwing a changeup or any of her pitches, and I was just saying that my pinky never touched the ball. I mean, I kept the ball in my fingers, so my hand was big enough.
Well, let's do this again like we normally do. Like, I don't know if you guys can see how much bigger Michelle's hands are than mine. So I needed all 5 fingers on the ball compared to Michelle, saying that she got to tuck her pinky. I can't imagine. That feels impossible to me. But how Jaylen Brown throws her changeup is this knuckle down. So index finger down, and then she kind of pops it out. Well, no movement to her wrist. She kind of pops it out, floats it out, and her fingertips just go toward the catcher's glove with that knuckle down.
Yeah, and so that also inhibits the wrist snap. And when you don't snap your wrist, it obviously takes a lot of speed off of the pitch. So, interesting.
There we are.
We all do things a little bit differently.
And we've also seen Rosa, we've been talking about how her change is different, right?
Oh,
they have the flip change with Team Puerto Rico. So what is she doing with her hand?
Yeah, so she brings the back of her hand and flips it this way. Versus Jaylen Brown does not lead with the back of her hand. She leads more with the knuckle to come through and kind of pop it out this way. Puerto Rico pitcher, New Jersey pitcher here.
Exactly. How did you throw yours?
Just like buried into my palm, pressure on these 2 fingers.
I was a flip change, but I threw everything with the same grip, so I couldn't be picked. So it would be my rise ball, curve ball, change up. All of them would be the same exact grip. So it would be rise ball, curve ball, change up, same exact grip, just a little deeper in my hand, so I would then pop it out. So yeah, a little different. So rise and then change. So a lot of different fun tools to work with.
Super jealous of your strong fingers and cool grips. I'm back to the basics with mine. Not a lot of options.
Ball.
What was your favorite pitch to throw, Amanda?
Mine was a drop at the end of my career.
Michelle?
I like that pitch.
Rise ball. I was a rise ball pitcher.
There's that change from Rosa.
Backhand flip change.
Again, back to back. See, you can really see the back of the palm of the back of the hand leading.
Misha Koppen at the plate right now with a full count. And a strikeout for Kailimar Vasquez Rosa. Last chance for Puerto Rico as we go to the top of the 6th. The Little League Softball World Series is presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. The top of the 6th inning we go. Get that ice cream in. Let's go. A last chance for Team Puerto Rico. If you win this game, you're on to the semifinals to take on Kentucky tomorrow. Florida and North Carolina will play each other tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern. Ooh, she's got some good autographs on there. Just trying to find her grip for pitching, right?
There you go, exactly. She's working on it. Florida Brown.
Nice.
Probably Jalen Brown. Good
Coach
stuff.
Brett,
Yeah.
or Coach Brent from Florida. That's super cool.
That is very cool.
Well, in this inning, facing Jalen Brown will be the 8, 9, and 10 hitters due up for Team Puerto Rico, and Gianna Lopez will lead off. Puerto Rico's got 3 hits tonight, but they've had some opportunities. Haven't been able to bring any runs home.
Had that really good opportunity to start the game. They had runners at first and second without it out recorded.
They had runners in first and second after 2 pitches.
Yes, even better point. Exactly.
And Jalen Brown's been efficient. We've saw a lot of pitchers that, well, on the Florida team, their pitchers like to go more up in the zone, and so does Annalyn Clark, the North Carolina pitcher. But Jalen Brown gives us a different look because she really just likes to stay more down, like right at the knees, floats in her changeup, like that. I mean, that's her MO and her strength. So the team that she plays against, if they're able to get 3 outs here in the semifinals, will have to figure out how to hit lower pitches in the zone as opposed to upper pitches in the zone.
Yeah, she's also always record a lot of strikeouts. She uses that defense behind her.
Ball.
First hitter on via the walk.
Number 5, the catcher, Adiana.
Second walk of the game. Third walk of the game. Given up by Brown.
Adiana Bernardi, first pitch to Curley, going to second, looking for 2. Great effort, does get the lead runner, and Bernardi will be safe. Well, tomorrow it's the WNBA as Indiana takes on Chicago at 3:30 Eastern on ABC and the ESPN app. WNBA countdown begins at 3.
Well, it looks like they may have called it a double play. I don't know if there was interference with Giugato over at second base, maybe trying to turn the double play.
Yes, they called runner interference at second, so that retires 2, and just like that, Puerto Rico's down to 1 out. So this is where they called runner interference.
Yeah, it's a good call. She did not slide into second base.
No pitch, no pitch, no pitch.
Just reminding Jaylen Brown to wait on the umpire. We've had 3 double plays today, guys. We haven't had any this week.
Been some great defense.
Ball.
And you got to give credit to Rosa, the starting pitcher for Puerto Rico. She did a great job for pitching her first game in the World Series. She gave up 4 runs, but only 2 were earned runs.
Yeah, did kind of what her manager expected. He said she throws strikes. That's why he wanted to use her.
That was just strike 2. New Jersey 1 strike away from the semifinals. Hit back at Brown, hops over to Velarde. They make the play anyway, and New Jersey on to Saturday's semifinals to take on Kentucky.
It's a really solid performance by Jaylen Brown in the circle, even working around some traffic in the first inning, but her response after a leadoff single and an error was 3 strikeouts in that inning, and that really got New Jersey going defensively to set the tone for this game.
Yeah, Brown, one of the best changeups in this Little League World Series. She's just steady Eddie. She doesn't show a lot of emotion out there in the circle. It's an outstanding effort for this New Jersey team.
And while we have 1 rematch tomorrow in our semifinals, New Jersey is going to face Kentucky for the first time. They have not played each other, and there's 2 pitchers you've got to see. You saw Jaylen Brown tonight. You'll also get to see Curley, Michaela Knight in the circle, we assume, for Kentucky tomorrow.
We have really good pitchers in the semifinals tomorrow. There is Michaela Knight, a.k.a. Curley, the pitcher for Kentucky. She'll be getting ready for tomorrow's game. But those semifinals, guys, I am so excited. Just down to 4 teams, and they really are complete teams that we'll see play tomorrow.
Absolutely. They can put runs up on the board, but I'll tell you, the pitching and the defense behind them are just a lot of fun to watch.
And Jaylen Brown, or the Jaylen Express, as they call her, is with Chris.
The Jaylen Express and everyone else that wants to cheer her on. Jaylen, you started out the game giving up back-to-back hits. What did you tell yourself to regroup and be able to cruise on from there?
I was just like taking my time and make sure I'm actually ready this time and not like on the ball.
You guys faced a different pitcher than you were planning on it and were able to make a lot of contact. How challenging was that?
It wasn't that challenging. We were just shocked that it was different pitchers since yesterday and the rest of the games.
You guys are now in the semifinals. What's been the best part of this week so far?
Winning.
Maybe we'll see you keep on doing it. Congratulations, ladies.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, they told us they are coming here to win this thing. Team New Jersey is ready, and they are on to that semifinal game tomorrow. In fact, they'll be our first semifinal. Kentucky and New Jersey at 3 Eastern tomorrow, followed at 6 p.m. Eastern on ESPN by Florida and North Carolina. That is a rematch of yesterday's game that saw North Carolina beat Florida. Anything can happen tomorrow. These 4 teams now 1 win away from the championship game on Sunday. It has been a heck of a week here. We started with 12 teams and now just 4 remain, hoping to win it all on Sunday in our championship. We'll see you on Saturday at 3 Eastern for our semifinal games here in Greenville, North Carolina at the Little League Softball World Series.